tears in my eyes because I'm so fed up. I should take up my eyeliners. If you see the colour of my eyeliners, the colour of my eyeliners are exactly the same colour as sweet corn. I'm worried. And I'm actually quite... I'm very self-conscious these days because my teeth need whitening and my teeth are looking like shit, like poo, the colour of poo. So I feel like when I talk to people, I feel like they think that I smell bad and I'm worried. Anyway, quickly, you're 22. I can't remember the last time I was 22. The last time I was 22, I did it.
Who won it? Who won it? Which nigga little goon getting stewed with the onion?
You're 30, but you still don't know what you're doing with your life. Is this my life? Oh, I'm losing my mind. I hate this country. There's so much to cry about. I'm gonna lose my mind. I literally cannot stand this country. I can't stand this country. I've got a lot of things I'm irritated by. I was gonna come on and pick a topic to talk about, but there's actually no topic. I've got no topic. I just wanna run off my mouth. Do you understand? Because I'm actually just fed up of this country. Firstly, why are we having a freaking bank holiday for the flipping king? Can the king sling his hook? Can he sling his hook? Do you understand that we are all drowning in this country? We are drowning. People can't pay for their bills. Simple food shop, people are struggling. There are people that can't access food. There are food banks that don't have staff. There are people that are homeless. There are people that can't afford to flip and just live. But what we must do is save the king. What about all the people who are in poverty? What about all the people who are struggling to live? Day to day, there are people waking up and that are stressed about what's to come because everything is going up. People can't afford the basic necessities to live. But it's us that must be outside Buckingham Palace shaking our flags and shaking our tits. I don't think so. There are people who have been inconvenienced for this bank holiday as well. Do you understand that a lot of people who actually get paid to work, as in hourly rates, can't work because it's a bank holiday? Do you understand? Not only did we have May Day bank holiday, yeah, you now wanted to throw a bank holiday in for the king. The king is a waste man, you understand? And instead of you to be providing coronation chicken, you're out here telling us that, everybody applaud the king, save the king, save the king, save the people that are struggling. Help us so that we are not going to ding ding, do you understand? This is all playing into people's mental health. I think that people think that this is funny. And all you idiots that are lying outside the Buckingham Palace are... I just want to be left alone in my life. In my days and days, I just want to be left alone. And this country just wants to throw things down your throat. Things that aren't helping. Your normal situation, day-to-day life, rent, bills, childcare, the list goes on. The flipping car. If I talk about my car, I'm a run onto the A40 and jump off it. It's ridiculous. You want everyone to be so joyful and happy about the freaking coronation of the flipping king, but our day-to-day lives, we are struggling to live. Anyone who thinks to come to London, stay put. Stay where you are, okay? It's like jigging in a desert looking for water, living in England. Everybody's racist. Why am I here? No, why am I actually here? That's the first thing that's pissing me off. People want us to be having picnics outside and waving the British flag. I don't want to do this. I want people to leave me alone. You've now inconvenienced me because I have to look after my actual children because it's a bank holiday. It's ridiculous. But I have to pay childcare for that day, don't I? I'm not getting that money back, am I? Bank holiday, bank holiday, bank holiday. It should be called Inconvenience Day. You're inconveniencing people. I want to go and sit by the sea. I want to go to Bournemouth and sit by the sea and not have eagles or people near me. But because it's a bank holiday, everybody's out. Everybody's got the same motives. Everybody wants to go there. Like, the weather isn't even nice. Like, I'm actually just fed up of this country. Parenting in the winter and when it's cold is a no-go. It's a no from me because what am I supposed to do with these kids? What am I supposed to do with these kids? It's raining. I have to go and take my kids outside for them to burn energy. It's so miserable. You wake up, grey skies, gloomy air, smelly pollution. No. It's a hell no from me. It's just a lot at the moment. Do you understand? And I always want to come on here and talk the real because I know that other people are struggling too. You understand? This country doesn't make it easy to live. Secondly, my car. If I tell you the story of Balamori this morning, dropped my son to nursery, didn't I? Driving back, it's telling me battery, engine is about to poop. You need to stop the car as if it's paying for my petrol. I'm actually fed up. Went to flipping Halfords, didn't I? Had to go to Halfords to burn more petrol because I sat in traffic because this country is full of flipping roadworks, flipping temp lights, all these things. You're digging up the road, but nobody's fixing it. All of them are eating bacon sarnies on the edge of the road. Why is nobody doing the work? We had a lockdown, didn't we? A lockdown that went on and on and on. Why weren't you deciding to do the roads then? When everybody was in their houses, why did you not do the roadworks then? But now that people are back to work, people have to go to office, people have to live their flipping lives, people have to drop their kids places. Now you're like, do you know what? Let's dig up every single road that there is and make all the one-way systems. I'm losing it. I spend more time in traffic than actually driving. I feel like the traffic is what's taking my petrol. And if I get onto the price of petrol, I'm not doing this anymore. Every day I get in the car, low fuel. So who's going to fuel it? Who's going to fill it? Because it's not going to be me. At this point, I'm ready to put tap water in that car because I've had enough. Even when I flip and get a ticket, I pretend I don't even own her. I don't want to do this anymore. It's hard to find a permit. The other day I got a ticket. Didn't I? I got a ticket for parking outside my house because my permit ran out and the idiot traffic warden decided to check every single car. Who does that? If cars are in a bay, if cars are in a parking bay outside their yard, who actually takes their time to go check each car? There are cars that are parked in disabled areas. There are cars that are parked on double yellow. There are cars that are parked on red routes, but it's my car that you must come and check. £150 just to park outside my house. You see, one day I'm gonna drive into my flat and park in the lift because I'm done with all of this. I have to pay to breathe. I wake up and it's cha-ching, something's come out of my account just for being alive. And then what am I supposed to do? If I die, then my parents and my family has to pay for the coffin. That's 500 grand. I'm just really irritated. Right, no. Another thing is I do not want entitled people to speak to me anymore. All right? The other day, a girl came up to me, and I just want to say a disclaimer. Why am I stretching up my arm? I want to say a disclaimer. I'm not a celebrity. Please don't think that I'm a celebrity. Please don't think that I'm this special, amazing person, because I'm not. I'm a normal human being trying to get this bread. This Hovis bread, I'm trying to get it. You understand? And I think sometimes when you're on social media, people think that you're like this amazing person who's on a pedestal and da-da-da. And, you know, sometimes people will see you that way, you know? I've actually had people come up to me and cry. And I'm like, have to turn around. Like, is Whoopi Goldberg behind me? Because you can't be crying. You can't be crying because of me. Impossible. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, you know? Sometimes I poo and I just will sit there and laugh at myself because I'm just like, what are you like? Because I'm just not a serious person in this life. I don't know why I need to say that. But a girl came up to me the other day and she asked me, imagine it's raining. I think it was raining, but I had no makeup on. I looked like someone who was dragged from Narnia all the way back to their ends. I looked like everything was wrong. I think even my hair was sticking up at a point. It's shocking sometimes the way I leave the house. And even sometimes when I pick up my son from the nursery, he looks at me up and down and thinks, Mum, really? Because I'm literally wearing like pajamas and Birkenstocks. Yeah, my foot isn't creamed. I just want to give you that vision of me. So she was like, hi, oh my God, I love you. She goes, are you Rhea Ellen? Now, firstly, I wasn't going to talk about this, but that's such a stupid question. No, I'm Bruce Lee. Obviously, it's especially if you see Lloyd and a baby, it's most probably us. Most probably. So that's a cheeky, silly question, but no question is silly, is it? Any question that you ask in this life isn't silly because everybody needs to continue to learn. You understand? But it's stupid. Yes, I'm like, yeah. And next time I'm gonna be like, no, I'm Beyonce, because come on now. So I was like, yeah. And she was like, I love your videos. I was like, thank you so much. She was like, can I take a picture? I said, no. And then she gave me like, she was like, oh, come on. She was acting like I was being really rude. And it's like, I don't owe you anything. Don't owe you nothing. If you watch my videos, I appreciate it. I love it. Thank you for the support every single time. I would never, ever, 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 ever make anybody feel like, I don't appreciate them, because without you lot watching, ouch, I wouldn't be who I am today. I mean, I would, because God is my savior. God is my man. I don't know. But I wouldn't, have as many subscribers, and have so much engagement, all that, if it wasn't for you guys watching and sharing and just supporting me through everything. There's actually something wrong with my face because I can't stop doing things to it today. This is why people think I've got Tourette's. So I said, no, darling, you can't take a picture with me. And she was like a bit pulled back from that. And it made me really think that this is the problem, that people think when you're on social media, you owe them something. It's my face. My face. I came out of my mum's Virginia, okay? I came out of my mum's VJJ. Did you? No, you didn't. So it's up to me if I allow you to take a picture with me. I'm allowed to say no. I'm allowed to say no. I'm allowed to say no. And I think it's really wrong when people make other people feel like, because I watch you, I'm entitled to, darling, sweetheart, Charlie bum. You're not entitled to anything. You don't know me. You don't know me in real life. You might feel like I'm raw and real and to the bone, but literally you don't know me in real life, darling. And why is my hands like this? Oh, this reminds me of my nan. My nan always used to hold her hands like this. R.I.P. I'm on my period, so everything's gonna make me cry. Anyway, stop it. So it just made me really deep that brethren, this whole social media thing is a mazzoline, and I just think that people are just really entitled. I also had someone comment on one of my videos, I said in my last video, also shout out to everyone who watched my last podcast with Lloyd, you actually sat through an hour and a bit and watched a podcast of me mans. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all the love. But someone commented saying, I think the reason that Ria's losing so many subscribers is because she's lost her real self, and she's not her funny self anymore. And when I signed up, it was to watch the comedian Ria, and I feel like since having kids, and she was basically just speaking out of her ass. Now, number one, I'm just going to dismantle this. I'm just going to dismantle it because firstly, I am not a comedian. I'm not a comedian. People might find me funny and I salute it because I'm a freaking genius, but there is a few screws loose. Word to IKEA. Do you know? Don't you please? But I'm not a comedian. I didn't come on to YouTube, to any social media platform to be a platform. To be a comedian. I literally just came on here to rant my tits off because I've got a lot to say and I get really, really irritated and I feel like I need to, like I'm doing right now. Firstly, I'm not a comedian. Secondly, I don't want to be a comedian. Thirdly, I don't owe you anything. I don't need to. I'm not a flipping puppet that you pull out of your freaking pocket. I'm not a puppet that you pull out your pocket and go, yeah, make me laugh. I'm not a flipping ragdoll that you decide to, control. If you want to laugh at somebody, there's loads of comedians online. There are loads of people. I am not that person for you, sweetheart, okay? I laugh at my own pain, okay? And I just think it's out of order. Secondly, if you're not a mum, I'm going to say this over and over and over again, over and over. I'm getting better. Over and over and over again, over and over and over again. I'm going to say this over and over again, yeah. Listen, if you're not a mum, please do not comment on what mums go through. Please don't comment on if my channel's turning into a mum page, if my channel's turning into a nun page, if it's turning into an animal page. I don't care. I don't care. If I decide one day that I want to wake up and I want to make my channel about pigeons, it's my channel. It's my channel. I have built this from the ground. Lloyd has also helped. Lloyd has been a big part. You guys already know. But we have built this from the ground up. How dare you just think that you have the entitlement to decide that my content's going to be like X, Y, Z. Yes, I might do I hate videos and I might do this, I might do that, and you might prefer those, but I don't care. okay? I will literally put out content that I want to put out, content that I enjoy doing, because it's my channel. And I think, again, this is the problem with social media. People make content creators feel as though they need to put out certain content because it's what's banging, it's what everyone's watching on TikTok. If people are doing challenges, I must do it too. No! Are you having fun doing it? Is it feeling like a chore? Then don't do it. Stop making everyone feel like, you know, they have to be like this and that and this and that. And this is the problem. You can do whatever content you want to do. If people don't watch it, people don't watch it. But it's about feeling like you're connected to your content. Once it starts to feel like a chore, I don't want to do it no more, okay? If you guys love my I hate videos, but I'm feeling like I don't want to talk about that at the moment, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to do it. And I think this is the pressure that, you know, people put on other people. Like, you read the comments sometimes and you're like, oh, people don't like this video. Oh, da, 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 da. But at the end of the day, I am the one that's creating the content. I am the one who sits my ass down and speaks to the camera, okay? I am the one who has to brainstorm and think about what I want to talk about and make sure that I don't offend a lot of people and all these things. So if I want to do certain content, I'm going to do it. And also, the girl that wrote that comment is an idiot. The reason that she's an idiot is because if you went down my feed and actually watched my content, you would see that I have done at least 4 videos that have nothing to do with being a mum, darling. I've done the Apple Shop one. I've done the flipping trends I hate. I've done the flipping I hate restaurants. I've done one more, but I can't remember what it is. I have done back-to-back content where I'm just talking about day-to-day life like I have in the past, right? And when you're a mum, yeah, your day-to-day life becomes those kids, sweetheart. And I can tell that you don't have kids because that is the most insensitive thing that you could say to a mother, you know? I don't even show my kids on social media. I sometimes put posts on my stories, venting about stuff, and it's to open up that community of mums so we can all have a good gamble. You understand? I do not put content on my channel about motherhood, really. I will come onto my video and I will rant about my kids because those kids are cuckoo, you know? And I think it's unfair that there will be people that will make you feel like you can't voice how you feel. This is why there's so many people who are mutes. This is why so many people are going through things and nobody knows about it because nobody allows them to open their mouth, okay? So that's that. I'm not going to speak about that again. Do not ever come onto my channel and tell me that I should do X, Y, Z. Do you pay my bills? Do you pay my bills? Do you buy my food shopping? Do you have anything to do with my own reality, my own life? No. So please, when you're coming to type BS onto my page, remember that I don't care, okay? And I also don't owe you anything. I don't owe you nothing. You have no input to my actual reality of life, all right? Another thing that's really irritating me is when I go onto TikTok and I see videos that are stupid. Stupid. Let me explain. You've got people who have very, very stupid opinions. And not even stupid opinions because, you know, everyone's got their own opinion, right? But people who come onto TikTok and they're just talking a lot of jargon, you know? Just going in circles. Before I filmed, Lloyd was watching a TikTok of a woman talking about, you know, she wants a bad boy but doesn't want a bad boy. She wants a good guy but she doesn't want him to be too nice. So what the hell do you want? In all that time you were speaking about, I want a bad guy but not too bad. I don't want him to be in jail. I don't want him to be dealing drugs. But I also don't want him to be too nice. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just date and see who you like. Why is everything on a podcast? A lot of people that come into their podcast, they just talk a lot of jargs or they just make up stories. And it's like, we all know, number one, that doesn't even sound like it's real, what you're talking about. You're just trying to get, it's just all this clickbait. You're trying to get funny things into that 10 seconds so that people will click onto your podcast. You're not even making sense. Because at the end of the podcast, what was the moral of the story? You just went round and round in circles and it just didn't make any sense. If you want a good guy but don't want a good guy but want a bad guy, can you just voice that to the people that you're seeing? Why are you telling everybody this? This is why people think that everyone's crazy, because they are. I'm literally going to go because I've had enough and I'm literally livid. The king's coronation. Get it out of here. Get it out of here.